Have you ever finished with an oil change and you think, did I do everything I was supposed to do? Well, if you miss one of these 3 things, there's a good chance you're not just going to leak oil. Your car is going to go boom. Let's go. Number 1, let's start big. Double O-ring on the oil filter. Actually happens more than you think. So what happens? You spin off the old oil filter and you fail to check and inspect to make sure that the O-ring is still on the filter. Because if it's not on here, it can only be one other place, and that's on the engine block. So what happens? You grab a new oil filter, you spin that on, failing to realize you have 2 O-rings, which means you have a leak. Driving down the road, you have no clue that you're leaking oil. Boom, engine gone. It's a bad day for you. So quick, simple remedy. Pull it off, inspect the old filter. If it's here, you're good to go. And while you're at it, make sure that you're lubricating the new O-ring. A lot of people fail to do that, and that is often the cause of why it sticks the engine block in the first place. So make sure you grab some new oil and lubricate the O-ring. Number 2. Now this one isn't exactly catastrophic, but it's a great fun debate, so let's get at it. To pre-fill or not pre-fill the oil filter? That is really the question. Now, on a lot of modern cars, Fords, the 3.6 liter Pentastar, and Subarus, they have what's called a clear flood mode, which basically eliminates the dry start. So you really don't have to worry about it. But if you want to pre-fill your oil filter, why not? It's not going to hurt anything. On older vehicles like this Jeep right here, and when I say older, I'm talking 20 plus years, they don't have clear flood mode. They don't often have anti-drain back valves. So yeah, the risk of a dry startup is much greater. So why not pre-fill the oil filter? That's my question. Absolutely on older vehicles, sure, take a couple seconds, pre-fill it. Now this is a horizontally placed oil filter, but you can still do that. And if you have questions on that, let me know and I'll guide you through it. And for super old vehicles like this 79 CJ here, you definitely want to pre-fill the oil filter. They have no technology whatsoever to avoid a dry startup, so pre-fill is a must. Anything with a carburetor, just leave it at that. Anything with a carburetor, pre-fill the oil filter. And last, and it's kind of a twofer for you guys, I have actually heard of people who have driven away without putting new engine oil in their car. For whatever reason, they got busy, family, friends, work, and they forgot and drove away with no engine oil. How do you fix that? Take your oil cap, put it where the hood latch goes. If you can't close your hood because your oil cap's in the way, you're going to say to yourself, oh, shoot, that's right. I should probably put some new engine oil in there. And on that note, please don't over tighten your oil plug so much that it takes Superman to get it off. All you have to do is get it ratchet tight if you don't have a torque wrench, and then just a click more and it's good to go. And yes, I'm well aware we have a rear main seal leak. It's another video for another day. So that's it, guys. Do not double O-ring your oil filter. That's actually a big one. A lot of people do it on accident, and it really will cause catastrophic damage, so make sure you check that. Secondly, to pre-fill or not pre-fill, I say even if you have clear flood mode, why not? It literally takes 10 seconds to do it. Why wouldn't you? That's just my take. And last, make sure you put new engine oil in. People in the past have not done that, obviously with bad results. And don't over tighten your oil drain plug so tight that no human being on the face of the planet can get it off. I'll see you guys in our next video.